could be new changes to requirements for Medicaid programs and recipients. A bill proposed by U.S. House Republicans would change the eligibility requirements for those covered by Medicaid expansion under the Affordable Care Act. Brianna Fallon joins us in the studio with more on this. Brianna.
Yeah, so data shows that more than 600,000 Virginians rely on health insurance through Medicaid expansion program. If this proposed bill is eventually passed and signed into law, there would be new, stricter requirements for enrollment. Opponents of a newly proposed bill by U.S. House Republicans say it could put millions of Americans out of health insurance.
When you make $300 a week, a $35 copay is a huge deal.
Under the GOP proposed legislation, to be eligible for Medicaid expansion moving forward, it would require most non-disabled adults under the age of 65 to work, attend school, or volunteer for at least 80 hours per month. The proposed bill would also require adults covered by Medicaid expansion to prove their eligibility every 6 months. Congresswoman Jennifer McClellan of Virginia says this proposal could have multiple consequences to any resident, even if they're not on Medicaid.
We want our hospitals to treat people who come into the emergency room and need care. And if they can't pay for it and they don't have insurance to pay for it, those costs fall to everybody else.
Advocates in Virginia say their fear under this proposed legislation would be the amount of people potentially losing their health insurance coverage.
And so that work requirement could really stand in the way of them receiving their insurance.
According to the Congressional Budget Office's preliminary estimates, if this bill does pass, the number of people without health insurance across the U.S. could increase by at least 7.6 million by 2034.
It's really unfair. It's an issue of having access to health care.
Data from the CBO also shows Medicaid provisions would decrease the federal deficit by more than $600 billion over the course of 10 years. Brianna Fallon, 13 News Now.
The Norfolk